We turn now to our Made in the USA series and a company that is on a mission to reinvent what it means to make it in America. When the Bach family immigrated here 20 years ago, they were determined to create their own American dream. But it wasn't until a trip to Haiti after the 2010 earthquake that they saw firsthand the massive impact technology can have on struggling communities. 5 years later, the family created Bach USA, a social enterprise that is on a mission to make mobile technology more accessible for schools and small businesses across the world. And unlike their competitors, they are all doing it right here in the USA. Joining me now, Christian and Ava Bach from Bach USA. Ava, you were inspired to start this company after helping with the devastating earthquake that took place in Haiti. Tell me about it.
So as a family, in 2010, as you mentioned, we went down to Haiti to try to help. And what we found and what we learned from our experience there is that in order to help, the best way to do that was to create sustainable employment. Then we went to Buffalo and replicated the model here.
Buffalo, help us out, Chris, because companies like Apple, who's got quite a bit more money than your team does, have said it's just too difficult to manufacture their devices here in the U.S. What's your secret?
Well, I think that's a great story, and I thank you for asking it, because it's really a part of our larger strategic vision, which is to focus on those overlooked communities and bring our modern manufacturing model to really help those cities serve themselves. We want to focus on rejuvenating cities. Steve Case has called it the rise of the rest. And if you look at it that way, Buffalo is an almost obvious choice. You know, it's got great community support. It's got a burgeoning startup scene, dedicated workforce. And we've even seen individual support through, our lead backer, Tom Golisano, who is from Western New York, who supported us for nearly 3.5 years. So it's been a real fortunate thing for us that we chose Buffalo.
Ava, your company isn't just Buffalo-based. You employ people from more than 20 different countries. Is a diverse workforce integral to your mission?
Absolutely. It's how we started. It's what we're all about. So we really wanted to go back to the American dream of creating this very diverse group of people who are all working towards one goal together. And every day we are just so lucky to see these people working together, getting along, and really being a team, which is just amazing, especially when you look at everything else that's going on in the world.
Well, each technician, I learned, build these computers and tablets from start to finish. You don't use an assembly line. So talk us through this, Chris, because your goal is to build these devices and these tablets for small businesses and communities. So take me from constructing them sans assembly line to the hands they end up in.
Well, I'll say that's part of the larger modern manufacturing strategy that we have, really advanced manufacturing. So we use what's called collaborative robots, or cobots. It's a pretty cool design. It's a cellular system where each person is actually working with a robot, and really the robot is serving them, not the other way around. I think we've seen enormous advantages of that model, not just from an HR and a human perspective. We obviously want to bring humanity back into electronics manufacturing, but also the small batch and the small tweaks that we can make for each individual customer, so that when our product lands on their dock or on their table, it's ready to go, and they don't need to have a huge IT team, customizing the products for them like they probably do with some of our competitors.
Ava, do you have any fears or concerns about the impending trade war or the president's take on trade these days?
No. So we are a private company. We're trying to, of course, stay up to date about what's going on, in the world and in America. But right now, we don't have great concerns. Do you have anything to add, Christian?
Yeah, I have one concern, which is the Made in the USA designation. That's probably our biggest problem. Look, when we ship overseas, we're proud to label our products as made in the USA. When we ship domestically, that's not legally possible, which means that when our assemblers and our technicians are putting together products that really are of high quality and built to the American standard, they're not able to faithfully put on the device that actually this was made here, not just assembled with foreign parts. So I think that's a huge issue that we need to tackle going forward.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.